President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrives Accra, Ghana for inauguration of President-elect John Dramani Mahama. Assassination of divisional police officer in Delta State. Intelligence squad apprehends culprits. INEC refutes report on destruction of 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. I am Chinenye Nwoye. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has arrived at Accra, Ghana to attend the inauguration of President-elect John Dramani Mahama tomorrow, Tuesday. President Tinubu's trip to Accra is at the invitation of the President-elect, who had visited the Nigerian leader earlier in December. Mahama, who served as the 12th president of Ghana between 2011 and 2017, was re-elected in December 2024 to succeed President Nana Akufo-Addo. President Tinubu, as chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, will join other African leaders at the ceremony. Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, and other senior government officials will accompany President Tinubu on the trip. INEC is not contemplating destroying more than 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards, PVCs, going back to the 2015 voter registration. The Commission was reacting to a report by national dailies that there are plans to destroy the uncollected cards. The Commission, in a post via its verified X handle, called on the public to disregard the report. Success recorded by security agencies in 2024 has reopened roads and communities hitherto under siege of Boko Haram, bandits and other non-actors. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria wants the gains consolidated to totally eliminate security threats across the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
Security cannot be seen physically. However, it is an enabler that allows people to do normal business unhindered. Security experts who reeled out proactive measures deployed last year are on the same page that though there are major achievements, more still needs to be done.
Boko Haram terrorists, a swap, has been greatly degraded. And the import of degrading them is that it's on the clear path of total defeat. So degrading the capability of adversary is important.
To measure the performance of all of these 29, then there is room for improvement. And I think the general actually spoke to that. Achievement has been made, but then there is significant room for improvement.
They want the deployment of state-of-the-art technology for robust engagement and elimination of non-state actors still constituting threats, stressing that security is not static as the dynamics keep changing.
We enlighten our boys, we educate our boys. Some of them are incorrigible, but one or two, and when one of those exceptions occur, we don't hide them. You're all aware, we will bring them out, expose them, and then put them where they belong. But generally, we carry out training and retraining, lecturing, teaching. Even from the way I'm speaking, you know that we are from that background to teach. In the next month, I'm going to train my commanders nationwide.
More investment to technology, because if we will invest well into technology, we will be able to fish out and fast-track those criminals wherever they are and deal with them decisively. Secondly, improvement in partnership between the civil organizations as well as the military organizations and other agencies.
With the Operation Safe Corridors to de-radicalize repentant terrorists and bandits, working on kinetic and non-kinetic approaches, as well as addressing issues of development and security. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria believe 2025 will be a defining year in the fight against insecurity in Nigeria. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
And still on security matters, the Nigeria Police Force, in its commitment to ensuring the safety and security of all Nigerians through proactive and intelligence-driven strategies, has recorded significant breakthrough in crime prevention. Francis Form reports that these efforts, which have disrupted criminal networks and reduced organized and violent crime, underscore the effectiveness of the police's renewed crime combating measures.
This is the first parade of suspects by the Nigeria Police Force in 2025. Among the suspects being paraded today is the 35-year-old member of a notorious armed robbery syndicate. The suspect was allegedly implicated in the death of CSP Hassan Jega, a divisional police officer in Delta State.
A more recent operation by the gang also led to the death of Inspector Friday Schreiber, an operative attached to IRT Intelligence Response Team. From them, we recovered one AK-47 rifle, one English pistol, one locally made pistol, ammunition of various calibers, and 6 exotic cars.
Similarly, police operatives in Plateau State have dismantled a child trafficking syndicate led by a pastor. The operation resulted in the rescue of 5 children and the arrest of the alleged suspects, who confessed to abducting and selling 13 children, all of whom have been recovered and reunited with their families.
Between April and November 2024, conspired with one Rita Agboeze, a female of Karo, in Abuja, and abducted 8 children from their parents at different communities in Kanke and Bokos local government areas of Plateau State, under the same mode of operation, and sold them to different buyers in Plateau State, Abia State, Enugu State, and Lagos State.
Additionally, in line with the Inspector General of Police directive to eliminate illicit arms in circulation, the IRT has successfully recovered 14 AK-47 rifles. These achievements, the Force Public Relations Officer Olomuyiwa Adejobi says, underscore the Nigeria Police Force dedication to combating crime and enhancing national security. Francis Form, NTA News.
The State High Court in Ogoja, Cross River State, was engulfed in flames on the evening of Sunday, January 5th, 2025. Rosemary Oko reports that eyewitnesses in the vicinity promptly alerted relevant authorities, leading to a swift response from various security agencies.
Although the reason for the inferno at the Cross River State High Court in Ogoja is yet to be ascertained, some eyewitnesses narrate the ordeal and efforts made by relevant agencies.
The fire incident started yesterday around the few minutes past 6 p.m. We got here on time and discovered that from the exhibit room behind, the fire was already burning from the inside. We now opened the doors, tried to salvage what we could salvage. Fire spread and then ended up burning down the entire courtroom.
Constrained by lack of necessary equipment to handle situations like this, Ada Enes, staff of Cross River Fire Service, who spoke with NTA News, expressed their helpless response.
Yesterday we had a distress call about the cause of this fire outbreak. Our men were combat ready and they made themselves available here to see how they can put out this fire. But because of the constraint, lack of fire engine here, we are unable to combat it.
The judge of the court, Justice Daniel Ofre, while taking stocks of the damage, launched an investigation in the cause of inferno, while other critical stakeholders, including the chairman of Ogoja local government, Christopher Agbe, expressed their regrets.
And then occasions like this will require us to make appeal to the government, strengthen the fire service, because when the fire service and the police arrived here, there was still much of the property or the roof that could have been salvaged. Where the fire officer told us in tears that they have the vehicle, the engine is not working, and until government intervenes, in fact for the next 1-2 months or 3, it means that there will be no court session going on in this place as you have seen.
I got a call that there was a fire incident here in the court here, and I quickly called my peace and security, the DPO, the area commander. They came and saw that the fire was a very large one, and they had to mobilize immediately to get some persons, some good citizens, to assist them to remove the little thing you're seeing outside there that they can remove, but other ones were burned.
The residents of the locality are appealing to the government to equip the State Fire Service to address inferno and other agencies to meet emergency of any kind. In Ogoja local government area of Cross River State, Rosemary Oku, NTA News.
And from Cross River State, we take you to Lagos State, where the state government has promised to intensify efforts towards the implementation of the Lagos State Electricity Law. This is to unbundle the electricity value chain and deliver reliable and affordable power to homes and business places. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this at the state government's 2025 annual Thanksgiving. Joy Ken Abakboya reports.
The annual Thanksgiving of the Lagos State Government is organized by its Ministry of Home Affairs to appreciate God for the past year and pray for a successful new year.
Sing to the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have worked salvation for him.
The wicked will be silenced in the place of darkness.
Who will bring any charge against those whom God has chosen? It is God who justifies.
Reeling out the state government's achievement last year, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu assures Lagos residents of enhanced peace, security and socio-economic prosperity in 2025.
We must continue to make it clear that it is work not only for Mr. President, not only for the federal government, but it's for everybody, for all of us at subnational and in all levels of government, that we have to look at what we need to do. We've got a lot of work and responsibility to do to ensure that the dividends of democracy touches every nook and cranny of our nation and, of course, of our state. In Lagos State, we are very mindful of the shared responsibility, and we will redouble our efforts in every sector.
Tagged Harvest of Thanksgiving, the prayer session featured special prayers for President Bola Tinubu, Nigeria, Lagos State and its leaders, as well as the world at large. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboya, NTA News.
The less privileged in Benue State have applauded the wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for distributing varieties of food items to thousands of families across the state through her pet program, the Renewed Hope Initiative. Felicity Indere reports.
The 3-day food items outreach distribution in Boko, Otukbo and Makurdi, the Benue State capital, underscores the commitment of Nigerian First Lady and National Chairman of Renewed Hope Initiative, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, to the welfare of women, children, and vulnerable groups. This initiative is part of a broader strategy by her office to tackle hunger and poverty among underserved populations, aligning with the Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia-led administration's goal of improving the lives of all Benue residents. Some beneficiaries expressed gratitude, stating that the event is timely and will help alleviate hunger.
Sincerely, you can ask the children. We don't know when last we ate semo. This is no jokes. We can't even dare to afford it.
So kola nut, indeed, my people last long in the mouth of those that values it. These people have done well, so they should last long in our mouth.
For the widows, the current administration's response to their plea has been impactful.
I feel very happy, and I want to appreciate the government.
My belly full as I see this thing.
It's an administration of love that are about to erase tears from the eyes of the less privileged or those that are downtrodden in the society.
The distribution of food items to orphans, internally displaced persons, widows, and people living with disabilities in Benue State. The people say highlights the commitment of the First Lady of Nigeria in spreading hope, goodwill, and promotion of healthy living among Benue residents. In Makudi, Felicitin Dere, NTA News.
You're watching the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. We'll have more reports when we return. Do stay.
NTA say thank you. To all our viewers, we say thank you. A good TV station means different things to different people. What made NTA stand out for you in 2024?
Babu shakka, babu wani gidan talabijin a ƙasar nan da ke nuna al'adu kamar yadda gidan talabijin na ƙasa wato NTA ke nunawa.
Kò sí ibikíbi tí ẹ wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí ẹ ò ti lè wo ilé-iṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ NTA kétékété kódà tó fi di abúlé wa.
Standard NTA Bataruru Okopa Okadigun Okoko now NTA Kalisi Akali.
Strength, information, outstanding performance. NTA got the Steves.
For decades, we've towered high with sponsors as partners and viewers as pillars. And as we bid 2024 farewell, we welcome you to a superlative 2025. Because at NTA, you can't beat the reach.
Oh, NTA say thank you.
Many thanks for staying on. The Nigerian Legion has commended President Bola Tinubu and the Ministry of Defense for continuously demonstrating unwavering commitment to addressing the needs of veterans and their families. National Chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Major General Abdul Malik Jubril, made this known at a media briefing to disapprove the planned demonstration by some veteran activist group.
Therefore, call on all veterans to reject this unwholesome act and to stand united in upholding the dignity of the military discipline that we are all known for.
He said the Nigerian Legion in its 60 years of existence has never had it good, as the Veteran Federation Bill is receiving adequate attention by the National Assembly.
Have been made to meet the demand of veteran community, including timely disbursement of our pension, timely disbursement of the SDA, the palliatives, the adjustment in salary, minimum salary wage, which is still part of what we are talking about now, is all being addressed, and part payment has already been made.
The Nigerian Legion says it remains steadfast in its mission to advocate the welfare of veterans while maintaining the highest standard of discipline and professionalism. Contrary to speculations, prices of commodities, particularly food items, have remained stable during the Christmas and New Year celebrations, even as commercial activities pick up after the Yuletide in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. Clement Barikui has details.
At the beginning of last quarter of 2024, most commodities, particularly foodstuff, witnessed skyrocketing hikes in prices, raising fears among many Nigerians in Uyo about what will become of the goods during the Yuletide. With the celebrations over and businesses picking up again in Uyo metropolis, Residents are happy the prices of goods, including the premium motor spirit, were not as they had feared.
We appreciate what the government is doing, and more is still expected in that direction. At least for sustaining the price at that level.
When we thank God for the price that has come down, I hope it should continue to come down, at least to the level of where things will be normalized.
No market the last year, December. People are not selling.
After Christmas, we don't finish season. Even this year, season no as it used to be.
Among dealers on back-to-school items, sales were not as expected, given that this is not a fresh school session.
For now, parents have not started coming for now. I have not seen any parents except those that came to pick few things, mainly for practical.
There is no money. If to say money day, parents could start buying something.
Meanwhile, the Akwa Ibom state government is continuing in its effort to remodel public schools in the state to complement its free and compulsory education policy. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
Benue State has been faced with humanitarian challenges, but however, government at all levels, including critical stakeholders, have continued to cushion the effects of the affected persons. Blessing Omeche Ebute takes a look at government's effort at mitigating the condition of the internally displaced persons in the state.
Benue State has been faced with humanitarian challenges due to the header farmer crisis, armed banditry, communal crisis, among others that have left many dead, property and houses destroyed, and many taking shelter in various internally displaced persons camps in the state. The current administration of Governor Hyacinth Alia has stepped up efforts in addressing challenges of these displaced persons through provision of food and non-food items.
And by this, we remain eternally grateful to the government of Benue State.
With this money and with the motorcycles given, I believe we will use everything judiciously.
Series of engagement and partnership with critical stakeholders, donor agencies, as well as collaboration with the federal government and eminent personalities have brought a sigh of relief for the affected persons as donations continue to come in to cushion their plight.
This partnership fills the critical gap left by medicine science volunteers, otherwise known as doctors without borders, who exist and ensure that our displaced population continues to receive the medical care they deserve.
Normalcy is also returning to places affected by crisis as security personnel have been drafted to these areas to forestall escalation or breakdown of law and order. For the thousands of internally displaced persons scattered across 14 IDP camps in the state, their hope is for the state government to restore peace and security in their communities so that they can go back to their ancestral homes. In Makudi, Blessing Omeche Ebute, NTA News.
You are still watching the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Here is a quick look at our top stories. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrives Accra, Ghana for inauguration of President-elect John Dramani Mahama. Assassination of divisional police officer in Delta State. Intelligence squad apprehends culprits. INEC refutes report on destruction of 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards. And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Ngoye.